Dan Bedondi, TruthRadioShow.com, and I want to demonstrate, folks, what we've been talking about for a while, the mind control of the mainstream media, complete manipulation. And we're going to demonstrate it right here in the state of Rhode Island. There's a dominant media here, the mainstream media here in Rhode Island, Channel 12 WPRI. They're the dominant news station of the state of Rhode Island. But we're going to demonstrate how they completely manipulate their agenda. Okay, well, for instance, we had several gun control bills being heard last week. I attended that, and they had about 40, if that, 40, maybe 50 of Mothers Demand Action and a coalition against guns and all that. And the spokeswoman, Linda Finn, Channel 12 interviewed her. We're going to show you the clips. We're going to show you, first of all, we're going to show you the Channel 12 news clips that they showed the public that didn't attend, and we're going to show the real footage that I took personally of what the attendance was. Now, Channel 12, what they did was, they went in there, they, first of all, the reporter completely siding with one bias with Linda Finn. Oh, in his report, you gotta say, oh, it's a no-brainer. Oh, it's just equally amount of people against it and for it. Then Linda Finn goes on later to say, we're going to see in the video here, that she has more people signing on with her than the opposition, which is a joke. And we're going to show you that, okay? For the last 4 years, I've been going to these gun rallies and testifying. I mean, I couldn't even describe to you, you have to see the video, easily 50 to 1, easily. And what she doesn't explain to you, that most of the people that she gets, okay, they don't even live in the state of Rhode Island. Most of these people are from New York. They're trying to push that New York agenda. They're trying to model Rhode Island after New York. But the whole point of this video is, folks, is about the manipulation and mind control of the mainstream media, and preferably WPRI Channel 12 here in the state of Rhode Island, which people are waking up to them. I mean, look at the comments, even on their own sites. The administrators can take them down in time. People are wise to their lies, okay? They're waking up against WPRI Channel 12, and we're declaring an information war against them because they're nothing but a bunch of liars. I mean, they shut up people in the debates. They don't put real candidates at the debates. So, oh, these are the only people running, and they don't even list the other candidates. Complete mind control. And what they're doing is, the point is at the State House here, they had the camera crew, because Mothers Demand Action, they got there hours early to take up all the front row seats, to make them look like the dominant party there, make them look like the majority. So, of course, and I called it, Channel 12 went in there, videotaped the mayor of Central Falls, Dioso, talking, James Dioso, talking about the bills, and in the background you can see all Mothers Demand Action. It looks like they're the majority. And they interviewed the director, Linda Finn, who's spewing out falsify statistics, first of all, and the biased reporter next to her, oh, it's a no-brainer. But the thing is, the mind control of this is, they're showing the public that they are the dominant party. They're the majority, okay? And we're going to show you otherwise, okay? And thanks to social media, thanks to alternative media, WPRI Channel 12 is losing the battle bad, because we're exposing all the corruption that they're doing, and we're going to call them out for what they are. They're a bunch of lying, manipulated, media, corporate, biased people. And they cost the election on so many people of different, the governor races and all that. And they completely control the agenda, because they're bought and paid off by the corporate lobbyists, like the scumbag, like Michael Bloomberg, who's funding millions of dollars here in the state of Rhode Island to go after our guns. Well, again, Michael Bloomberg, you're not taking our guns. It'll be 1776. We'll start again. Anybody comes to try to take our guns. Our Second Amendment is firm, and it's going to stay firm. And I speak not for myself only, but hundreds of thousands of residents here in the state of Rhode Island all say the same thing. We're sick of it, okay? We're sick of the lies. And they go off to say, hey, they're the majority. They have more people behind them, which is a complete total lie. And again, we're going to show you the videos from Channel 12. We're going to demonstrate, okay? You're going to see the videos from Channel 12. And then you're going to see the real videos of what the real majority is.
Now, Rhode Island lawmakers will be discussing several pieces of gun legislation today. They're among more than a dozen bills which would either strengthen or ease gun restrictions in the state. Joining us live in studio, Linda Finn from the Rhode Island Coalition Against Gun Violence. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Talk about what's going on.
And I want to point out real quick, they notice how they interview Linda Finn. They're going to show a lot of Mothers Demand Action, but at no time did they ever interview people on the other side. But we're going to go through the lies in these next two clips here.
Happened today.
Well, today is going to be some hearings in the House Judiciary Committee. This is a process that bills have been introduced, and now they'll get heard tonight, and there'll be a lot of people on both sides of the issue
No, not a lot of people on
testifying.
both sides.
And we're just really hoping that tonight it will be impetus to actually have a vote to get some of these bills out of the committee and, voted on so that we can get some progress.
It would seem like such a no-brainer to get these sort of things passed for the safety of everybody involved.
And listen to that, the reporter here interviewing her. It's a no-brainer to get these things passed for the safety of the people. Well, they're throwing out safety, safety, safety. What about the Second Amendment?
What's the polarizing topic where there's so many people that are equally for and against it? Why do you think?
And there's the mind control right there. I'm going to play that back again.
That's the case. And what's the polarizing topic where there's so many people that are equally for and against it?
So many people equally and for against it. That is a big, big lie. And they're going to prove that, oh, look at all the Mothers Demand Action, and so many people equally for and against it. No, not even close.
Why do you think that that's the case, and why do you run into so much opposition?
Well, I think people are concerned about anybody's concerned about taking rights away. We're Americans. We want to have our rights.
It's about taking rights. And again, I want to actually go one more time here.
There's so much opposition.
Well, I think
there seems to be so much. It's such a what's the polarizing topic where there's so many people that are equally for and against it.
So many people that equally and for against it. That is a lie. Okay, at all the rallies for the last 4 years with the gun control bills, there's been quadruple. I mean, like at least 50-1 in favor of the Second Amendment against these Mothers Demand Action. And most of the Mothers Demand Action that Linda Finn isn't telling you, or the people part of a coalition, don't even live in Rhode Island. We had over 1,000 Rhode Islanders supporting the Second Amendment and are standing against gun control versus 40 of them, and most of them don't even live in Rhode Island. But this is the rhetoric from Channel 12.
That's the case, and why do you run into so much opposition?
Well, I think people are concerned about anybody's concerned about taking rights away. We're Americans. We want to have our rights, and we've been told that the Second Amendment really allows a lot of unfettered sort of gun rights, and it's really not the case. I mean, there's a lot of ways that we can make laws that make us safer and make our children safer and make our community safer. But there's a lot of, there's just a lot of...
Yeah, gun laws don't make things safer. They make them worse.
Resistance from people that are gun owners because they feel as though any kind of laws that get made are going to sort of creep away at their rights. And
they
so
do.
It's a concern for them that we're going to try to do something like that.
So you could customize these
So customize the Second Amendment.
Topics. Talk about some of the things that are perhaps a compromise to make everybody happy.
Well, we have several domestic violence bills on the docket, and one we feel is pretty much of a no-brainer is that the federal law prohibits anybody who's had a domestic violence crime conviction should not have possession of a gun.
And I want to pause right there. That one of the bills here that she's talking about has nothing to do with that. Okay, they're trying to sneak the same bill in there. The last 3 years, they try to push the same bill through, but through the back door in this domestic violence bill. In other words, somebody calls the police saying you and your wife are arguing, you get your guns taken away. Even though there's no violence or nothing, you get your guns taken away for life. That's in the bill. And it's nothing to do with safety.
On the state statute in Rhode Island, and we're just trying to get that changed so that our Rhode Island laws match up with the federal laws. We feel like that's a pretty simple solution. We've had roundtable discussions. We've had all the parties sitting around the table agreeing on the issue and concept, and we just can't seem to just get some sort of final consensus on the bill.
We've got 30 seconds left now. Give me your mood going into today. Optimistic? Is it kind of like, here we go again? I know how this is going to end. Same bad movie. Tell us how you folks are feeling.
Well, our coalition started just less than 3 years ago. Right. We have over 86 different partner organizations right now, which represent over 125,000 Rhode Islanders.
Right.
And that's a lie right there. It's not 125,000 Rhode Islanders. They do not support her. She's lying. She was at the committee hearing falsifying statistics. She's a big proponent in that system. She's a Bloomberg spokesman. That's what she is. She's lying. Most Rhode Islanders hate gun control. And that's why gun control has never passed here yet.
We had more people testifying in favor of the gun bills last year than the...
That is a lie right there.
...than the opposition, and we're just hoping that the trend is just, $1,000 125,000 Rhode Islanders.
Right.
We had more people testifying in favor of the gun bills last year than the opposition, and we're just hoping.
This and that. She said we have more people in favor of the gun control bills than the opposition. Another lie. And we're going to prove that when we get done with these. We're going to show my video, okay? Every year these gun control bills come out, we beat these people 50-1 at least in attendance. So she's, again, another mind control right here by Channel 12.
Right now, which represent over 125,000 Rhode Islanders.
Right.
We had more people testifying in favor of the gun bills last year than the opposition, and we're just hoping that the trend is just.
Look at the stats. They have the sign-up sheets for people who are for the bill or against it, and you'll see for yourself, folks. It's all on record. The last 4 years, even this one here, okay, quadrupled the number of people that were for these bills.
The number of people that are paying attention. So we feel very, optimistic that we're going to have something good come out of it this year.
All right. Well, good luck. Awareness is half the battle.
And this is pure mind control right here. And I want to, without the whole point of this, I want you to check this out here.
The House Judiciary Committee heard several pieces of legislation yesterday aimed at tightening.
And now when they point out in the video here, Mothers Demand Action, they took up several rows of the seats hours before anybody else got there. And Channel 12, they didn't interview anybody or show anything else, but to make it look like to the public that didn't show up,
Rhode Island,
that Mothers Demand Action with it down. Look, all in the front rows.
Weapons in cases of domestic violence. The measure would require people convicted of certain domestic offenses to surrender firearms
Makes them look
to police.
like
the bill has
the
the support
dominant
of the
party
mayors
here.
of Providence and Central Falls.
At the core of this bill,
Providence and Central Falls.
So they pointed out right there that they had the mayor of Providence and Central Falls and all these people against the guns. No.
are the lives of spouses, partners, and family. This bill also
Look, all you see is Moms Demand Action, all in the video, that's all. To make them look like they're the majority, when they're not even
The
close.
committee also heard legislation that would prohibit anyone convicted of a misdemeanor involving domestic violence from purchasing or owning any firearm.
As you can see, the Mothers Demand Action taking up all the seats to make it look like they're the majority. And now watch, you gotta see down the hallway here, all these people here for the pro-right gun bills here. All these people, there's hundreds, all the way down the hallway and into the overflow room, which is shoving everybody else to make it look like that Mothers Demand Action are the majority when they're clearly by far not.
If something happened to me and I had to turn over my firearms, I wouldn't want to turn them over to the police department. I would want to be able to turn them over to somebody that I know that has a very good gun system.
And we are here in the second overflow room. And this is all pro Second Amendment people here, all waiting patiently. And it's probably going to be another hour or so. All waiting patiently for the name to be called right here on the TV screen when they start doing the hearings. And all these people here all support the Second Amendment, all waiting to speak out against the tyrannical gun control bills. And again, this is only the second overflow room, not counting the first overflow room and the committee hearing room, which is predominantly, as you can see in the screen here. All Mothers Demand Action in the scenes, which is going to be shown on the news tonight, to make it look like they're the majority when this here is the majority, counting the other overflow room too. Now, as you can see, folks, I mean, it's not even funny. I mean, like, it's just so much, I can't describe words, pure mind control, manipulation. So all those people around sitting at home that couldn't make it that day or had to go to work, and they come home to watch that to say, oh, wow, I guess we're losing the battle because the Moms Demand Action. I mean, there's so many of them, my God. And where were the gun supporters? Where were they? But, you know, thanks to your news, thanks to WPRI Channel 12, and the thing is, where was the other media? Channel 10, Channel 6, WPRO, where were they, okay, to report the real news? They went there, but for some reason in Rhode Island, everybody loves to kiss ass to WPRI Channel 12. But we don't do that here, okay? We don't go along with the flow of the mainstream media. We tell the truth. And I'm not just individually attacking WPRI Channel 12. I'm attacking all the mainstream media here in Rhode Island because they go along with the corporate agenda, okay? But the whole point of this video was to show you firsthand, as you've just seen, the lying and manipulation and control of the mainstream media, as most people are now already aware about. But this is mainly going out to the people who do not know this, who still think that the media, their leftist media tells the truth, their right media tells the truth, when none of them do. Folks, mainstream media is completely dying, folks. I mean, just go ask anybody. They don't trust the mainstream media anymore. I mean, you have shows like myself, Infowars.com, The Drudge Report, who are climbing in the ranks, okay, climbing in the ratings. I mean, Infowars.com, for example, they reach out to hundreds of millions of people a week. WPRI, they're lucky to reach out to 10,000 people a week. And they act like they're the conglomerate of the media here. But the thing is, folks, we're not stopping, okay? We're just getting bigger, okay? And it's not just me working for Infowars.com, doing reports for them once in a while, and doing my own stuff on TruthRadioShow.com. Okay, we have other alternative media groups rising up. And it's not just that, okay? It's social media. It's this right here. You, the citizen, reporting the real news. There's a group page on Facebook called Concerned Citizens of West Warwick, where people are taking action in the community. They're taking out their cell phones, taking videos of real things that's going on, showing the public, hey, this ain't bias, okay? We are not the biased mainstream media. Social media, you people out there, the regular people out there, with your cell phones, with your video cameras, getting the real news, that's where the real news is. People laughed at Matt Drudge years ago when he said that the internet is going to dominate the mainstream media. And sure enough, he was right. He said the social media is going to destroy it. And people taking action with their video cameras is doing the job, folks. But right there, you've just seen a complete demonstration of the lying, manipulation, mainstream media caught on camera. And this is Dan Bedanti for TruthRadioShow.com. God bless.